I love working on scrappy projects because it feels like I get to make use out of some free yarn because I've already used up that yarn for another project. And my favorite scrappy project that I have been working on for, I think we're getting to years at this point, is a Hexipuff blanket as inspired by Retro Claude. Now I have these many Hexipuff flowers made, different methods, by hand, on my CSM, on my flatbed knitting machine. And it's been really fun, but I realized that in order to make a blanket to cover any size of something, I needed a whole lot more Hexipuffs. I was hoping I would be able to make some good progress on making them regularly, but I realized it wasn't happening. So I reached out to you just to see if maybe anyone would be interested in using up some of their scraps and sending them to me so that I could use them in my Hexipuff blanket. And I am so excited because you guys have been so generous with your time and your supplies. I can't thank you enough. Let me show you what all has come in the mail for me. Thank you so much. I am going to cherish every single last one of these. I'm going to show you some of them as we go through them today. Okay, let's start going through these. Wow, Belgium. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous envelope. I got some Hexipuffs and some hand spun yarn. Okay, and there's 2 cats involved. All right, I'm just gonna remember to wash my hands after this one. Oh, I love the color. And you said you made these on the knitting machine according to the pattern I gave. I love these. Thank you so much. And then what is even, just, I can't believe what you included for me. And that is your partner Winter hand spun. Oh, it's so, I feel like I can feel the lanolin in it. Still, let's see, Swifter yarn. This is so soft and so beautiful. I already had an appreciation, but I have a such deeper appreciation for anything hand processed and the fact that it came from a local sheep that you know the name of. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and Winter says that the local shepherd also sells some processed cheese. You know, that is actually my dream, is to have like a spun from the coat of a sheep that I also get to eat the cheese. And my personal ideal would be from Wensleydale. I feel like I'm going to be saying thank you a lot, but I really do mean it. That is so special. Oh, this is from Idaho, from Heidi. Hi, Nutella's here to come say hello. Do you want to take a look? What are we looking at? What do you think? Hand spun yarn. Yeah, from a fleece. Do you want to, Nutella, look at this. It's hand spun from a fleece in Belgium. What do you think? Yeah, you liked it? Okay, bye. But I love all of these self-patterning ones. These are gonna be so fun to use. Thank you, Heidi. Next. It's so fuzzy. It's so cute. Oh my God, look at this. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a little baby chick because it's so fuzzy and cute. That is adorable. Also so glad that you enjoy Retro Claude's content. That is lovely. I also very much enjoy her content. I feel so lucky to have made her as a friend through YouTube, which is absolutely amazing. I don't know if I ever shared this, but Claude and I, we've actually visited each other in person a few times over the years. We've been lucky enough to see each other in person. The yellows are beautiful. And what a great idea. Look at that. He put the open stitches on a bobby pin. That is so perfect. What an amazing idea, Phil. Thank you so much for that. Ooh. Deutsche Post, Deutschland. This is from Hannah. Oh, wow. Oh, look at these colors. Oh my gosh, your mom just got into Kleppen, which is bobbin lace. I love the name Kleppen because it's the sound that the bobbins make. They klep together. So Kleppen is when you make a lot of those noises together when you make bobbin lace. So I love that name for bobbin lace in German. Ooh, we got some stuff. Oh my God, look at this collection. Wow. You know what I'm loving so much is the tonal variety that I'm getting and just the gorgeous patterns, these blues and browns, purples, amazing. But what is this? What do we have here? Oh, wow. Oh, you made these on a flatbed knitting machine, Candace. That is really cool. Thank you so much, Candace. That is so sweet. Look at these. Oh my gosh, these were passed along to her from crafters, I think, from ladies who have since passed. This is a knitting machine pattern book. These are, I've found these really, really hard to find, which is why I have a lot in Japanese, because I find them, at least online, they're more popular. But this is, 1985. I feel like we could get some of that 80s vibe from the cover, which is amazing. This is, oh, and the cover design, yes. Oh, I love these. Beautiful. And hand knit zippers from Namoda? Skirts and tops to mix and match. Oh, I really like this one. That trim. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to sit down and leaf through every single page of these two magazines because that's what I love doing. New Hampshire. I feel like, Tanya, I was also a software engineer and you do all kinds of fiber crafts. That's so great. Okay, so these were made with cats. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tanya. Look at this gradient. It looks like really ripe, lovely oranges to me, and you even gave me the leftover yarn. I appreciate that so much. This is such an amazing color. Also reminds me of like a really, really beautiful sunset, and good to know that it's a cat household. It's absolutely fine to send me Hexipuffs from a cat household. It's just really nice to get the heads up so that I get a chance to wipe or wash my hands, and then I have like a solution that I use to help clean this stuff because it's the dander that I'm allergic to, unfortunately. From Canada. Oh, and I got some stitch markers. Look at these. I actually have earrings that look almost exactly like these. That is fantastic. Now I can match my knitting when I'm wearing them. Hold on, let me put them on. I have to match. Look, here are my mushroom earrings. Okay, now I have to put them on. Look at this. This yellow, gorgeous, together with this green. I think that is going to be, I think I'm gonna have to pair that together because I think this is a perfect Hexipuff flower together with these stitch markers so I can match. That is so perfect, thank you. It is always so fun to take that first peek inside of one of these packages and see some of the colors of things that were included. I love the choice of color. This is made by Violet, and I'm guessing in a lovely shade of violet. Beautiful. This one is from Kansas, I think. Oh, got multiple. Oh my gosh. You mentioned that you love greens and blues. I figured you appreciate the colors. Very true. Oh my gosh. Look at these colors. It's showing up okay on camera, like it's vibrant, but in person, there's almost like an electricity to it, to this cobalt blue. And this green is this just beautiful. I mean, you nailed it. You know that I love blues and greens. Thank you. Oh, Whitney, you also asked me to give many cuddles to Nutella. So here's the cuddle. Cuddle. She's been sniffing around all the packages I've opened. I think she's having a great time too. You're inspecting everything, girly? Ooh, she's gonna have the first look. What do you think? Okay, Nutella, we're gonna take a look. What do we have? Yeah, what do we have? Wow. Oh my gosh, we lost one. You know what I love about this is the absolute range of colors. This is also very close. It might even be the same exact yellow that I've been using too. So that, oh, wow, how sad. That is so satisfying. This stack almost looks like a stack of mini pancakes. Makes me want to chew into them, and look at that. I love this. This is such a rainbow too. This one is from Canada, Ontario, I think. Thank you so much, Luce, who is an animator. Do you think that looks like Nutella? Because that is so perfect. Nutella, do you think this looks like you? Oh. A beautiful color. You know what I actually really like? The way that you put your stitches on hold for me. This contrast between these two colors, I find it absolutely beautiful. That is such a lovely color. Australia! I am honestly so overwhelmed with people who are willing to contribute from, like, no matter the circumstances or the distance, and it's just so kind. Catherine knit the Moan cardigan using this as one of the colors, and it is so stunning. To me, this is what kind of turkey red almost looks like a very vibrant, rich red, and something that I'm hoping eventually to achieve with my own homegrown madder, which I just restarted because I lost my other plants, unfortunately. From the Isle of Lewis, made with your hand-dyed yarn from the Outer Hebrides. The Hebrides is on my bucket list of places that I want to visit. Look at this hand-dyed yarn. Is that not so gorgeous? The blue, let me see if I can hold up one so you can see it better. The stripes of the blue and purple actually is interspersed with some sparkle. It's so nice. And then this yellow. It feels like the sun on a beautiful spring day. It makes me so excited for the weather to come from Utah. Oh, I knew I was gonna cry by the end of this video. I'm just really touched by what everyone's done. This is packaged beautifully, Ashley. I have to show you this packaging. This is incredible. This is amazing and reminds me of 1950s packaging, but there's something about it and the patterns, like what? You are all so talented and creative. So each one of these, I think it was cut out of this beautiful thicker paper with a pattern on it, which are themselves hexagons, amazing. And then each one is inserted onto a little flap. I'm going to be honest, I almost don't feel like taking them off of this. It's so pretty. I want to hang it up behind me. Would you be upset if I did that instead? I'm blown away. And I even got a little sample of each of the yarn and what it is, and the handwriting is also, I have awful handwriting, so I always appreciate some really beautiful handwriting. Break, snuggle break. Should we open the next one together? What do you think? This one is from the Netherlands. Oh, we've decided we don't want to stay for that. That's okay. Wow. Oh, it's hard to describe exactly what shade of green this is. Oh yeah, the camera can't pick it up fully, unfortunately. Oh, it's like a spruce green. You know, when the trees are green, but with that hint of blue. And then we have this lovely lighter green. I would almost call it a seafoam green. And matching scent. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, from New Jersey. Oh, I lived in New Jersey for a long time. You created me all centers, which is fantastic. What an amazing shade of yellow. Oh, there's something I just love about yellow. It's just such a happy color. I never used to go for it because I don't wear a ton of yellow until I thrifted that one vintage yellow sweater that I have, and every time I wear it, I just feel so joyful. This is from Wisconsin with cats. Thank you for marking the package, cats. Oh, I see my yellow. How fun. These are the first things you ever knitted? No way. I got your first knits? I have to see. Hold on. This is amazing. What? Also, this yellow is so fun. So electric. That's incredible. I got your first ever knits. Thank you so much for gifting them to me. I am amazed. This is not super easy. You're increasing, you're decreasing, your cast on is a little bit fiddly depending on the method that you decided to use to knit these. Wow, look at these. These look so good. I am so impressed that these are the first ever things you ever knit. And then look what else I got. This is gonna go hang up behind me. We might be on our last package. But oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Wow. It's like the cover of a book because she put the letter inside of it. Oh, okay, I'll show you everything. Hold on. Cat household. Okay, thank you. I'm getting an entire history of where all the yarns came from for these Hexipuffs. You have to see there are so many of them. And they came from grandmothers and great-grandmothers. And this probably also hits a little bit closer right now for me because I just lost my grandmother. So this is very special. Oh, I love that it went to the Trevor Project. That's lovely. Oh, your great-grandmother used it for tatting and crocheting lace. Wow. Size 100 crochet thread. I think I have size 70 crochet thread that I was able to get. I can't even imagine size 100. That's really special. Oh my gosh. Now this letter is so beautiful. For those of you who might not know my first name, I don't say it very often because it is pretty rare in the US. It's Micah. It starts with an M. This reminds me very much. I have some vintage knitting kits from the 50s and 60s with yarn that is very, very similar to this. And again, the camera doesn't pick it up really nicely, but it is entirely silver, like silver sparkle, but it's still soft, which is something that I don't feel like I've been able to find in modern yarns anymore. Look at this rainbow. Beautiful. Beautiful. We are making a rainbow Hexipuff. These are going to be my accessory of choice for my Hexipuff blanket. This is size 80 crochet thread from your great-grandmother. She used for tatting and crocheting lace. I am literally speechless. These are incredible. These are tiny Hexipuff earrings. Oh my gosh, I would buy 10 more pairs of these from you. Hold on, I have to try them on. Those are fantastic. And they have a green accent too, which is just perfect. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. That is so perfect. Like I said, you all are so incredibly talented. I am blown away. These they're so soft and plush. Amazing. This is all so incredible and fun to unpack. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to give all the ones that gave mention of it a bit of a quick bath, and I'll share with you what I do. And then I think I'm going to start cataloging and arranging everything that we have, and maybe try to think of a way that I can make note of who made what, so I can go back in the future and remember who gave it to me and what words you sent to me, if you sent me anything, maybe where they came from, because I would like to know that when I look at my blanket in the future. Thank you. Again, I don't think I could say thank you enough, honestly, for everything that you all have done for me, not just for this project and what you've sent to me. And even if you haven't been able to send me anything, I also fully understand that, and just by watching and being there has been such a huge boost and truly life-changing for me. So thank you. I just had such a blast going through everyone's mail, and I decided to document by taking pictures of everything. So I have a record of who sent me what and the message and lovely notes that you left behind for me. And now I think it's time to put these hexis for a soak. I appreciate everyone who let me know that their hexis probably need a bit of a soaking because they have cats or it's thrifted yarn, so they're not sure about the origin. And I did have some questions on how I deal with that, because I do thrift sweaters and I thrift clothes and I thrift things to reuse them. And I've come across a lot of people who probably had cats, because I had a really terrible allergic reaction because I'm very, very, very allergic to cats. And what I have found works for me, cannot guarantee that it'll work for everyone or for you or for whoever, is something called AllerSearch Allergen Wash. And this contains an anti-allergen additive, which I'm pretty sure are enzymes that break down the dander, which is what I'm allergic to. Works in any temperature, cold, warm, or hot. Cold being most important for me because I'm washing some wool yarns here and I don't want to shrink or felt any of them. And I am going to grab a bunch of different bowls because I'm going to try not to let things bleed. I'll try to put light colors with light. If we end up with a little bit of tie-dye, I hope that is okay, because it still ends up in my finished Hexipuff blanket as a beautiful rainbow anyway, but I'm going to do my best to not let that happen. So this, for example, is one that needs a wash, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a bit of a soak in this. So the other thing I had heard about allergies, especially with dander, is if you can get things hot enough, it can help denature it, because what you're allergic to is a protein, and heat denatures protein, which can reduce your allergic reaction, although it doesn't always stop it for everyone. And the other problem is a lot of this stuff is wool, so I can't really put it in water that's that hot or hot enough. I have put my thrifted items through the oven, which I think has helped, but there is one particular thrifted sweater that went through the oven process to kill anything else that might have come with it too, which you have to be careful about because that can set on fire. So proceed at your own risk if you try that. Wool is flammable. Anyway, that sweater came out and I still very much reacted to it until I put it in this soak. So just as an FYI, let me get those hexis soaking. I'm gonna go ahead and let those Hexipuffs get a nice long soak. I'm probably gonna do at least an hour. It's probably more than it needs, but I'd rather just make sure they're thoroughly soaked before I take them out, let them dry. And then we have quite a bit of work to do from there, but I'm so excited. So we've got some that need stuffing. We have to sew them together. We have to decide on a layout. So many different things to decide. So I'm really excited to get to that next step, but I think I'm going to save that for the next time that I pick up on this Hexipuff blanket. Thank you so much for joining me this time. Also, remember that I got my inspiration for this Hexipuff blanket and to make the Hexipuff flowers from Claude, from Retro Claude, so I'll leave a link in description to her as well. Be sure to check her out. She's got some great videos and shorts on it too. I also do a bunch of different historical and vintage fiber crafts, so if that's something that you enjoy, maybe consider subscribing. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting me in this way. I am beyond touched how many Hexipuffs I received. Thank you so much. Oh, and I also, sorry, I keep on remembering things. I also have gotten a few more comments on the post itself and in some of my videos that are asking if it's too late to send them in. I'm going to answer that probably more fully next time, but my main concern is that if you send them in now, they might not appear in any of the videos that I make. So if it's important to you to catch a glimpse of them in the unpacking of them or in the making of them, please consider that. You're free to send them if you would like. I will always cherish whatever you send me, and it will become a part of the blanket that I make, but you might not have like a dedicated section. You might not be able to see it. And I am going to link on my Patreon. It will be for free, but it's just an easier place for me to put it. So check out my Patreon. You don't have to subscribe or sign up or anything. It'll be there for free if you want the full length, well, nearly full length. There's some things that I cut out because I was just like reading letters in my own head. So I cut out the silences. If you sent me something and you want to see me unpacking it, or even if you didn't, you just want to see me unpacking everything and see what everyone sent, feel free to follow the link to my Patreon and the link to that particular post. If you want to see how I made my own Hexipuff and Hexipuff flowers, because I tried a bunch of different ways, feel free to follow one of the videos in this playlist right here. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye!